What's up everybody, I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services and we're almost done setting up our new kitchen sink. The only thing we have left to do is the garbage disposal. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to install a garbage disposal in a single basin sink. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's go change and get this done. Come on. About a year ago, I showed you how to replace your old garbage disposal with a new one. This is the garbage disposal that I installed, and for a year it's been working just fine. And there's nothing wrong with it, so I've decided I'm going to reinstall this garbage disposal on my new sink. When they installed my cabinets, they had to cut this old drain off so they could set the cabinets over the top of it. And my new sink is deeper than the old one I had, causing the garbage disposal to hang lower. I decided to dry fit my disposal because I wasn't sure if the drain was too high or not. Talking to the plumbers at Any Hour Services, they would like to see the drain lower than the outlet of the garbage disposal. So I'm gonna rebuild this drain assembly. You probably won't even need to do this step, but I figured since I was doing it, I'd show you anyway. I picked up some pipe and fittings at the hardware store and started by cutting the old drain line lower. A new coupling allowed me to rebuild everything. I'm gonna dry fit everything as I measure and cut to make sure that everything fits before I go through the process of gluing it all together. I like to have my garbage disposal still dry fit in place so that I know what other adjustments need to be made, like trimming this drain piece that's too long. Once you're happy with everything, take it apart and then glue everything back together. My old drain had an auto vent, and this new sink is going to allow me to install it higher than before. Also, auto vents fail from time to time, and this style of vent allows you to take the vent piece off when it needs to be replaced rather than cutting and having to glue a new one on. Just use a little bit of pipe dope to help seal it and prevent any sewer odors from leaking out. Okay, now we can actually install the garbage disposal. I was able to take the sink flange and clean off the old plumber's putty, and I think it's gonna work just fine in my sink. If you want a shiny new one, it's gonna end up looking like this anyway. These are about 16, 17 bucks depending on where you look, and I thought about using this one because I thought you guys might judge me if I used this old one, and then I thought, $17, I'm okay with your judgment if I don't have to spend the 17 bucks. So the next thing you wanna do is actually put a new ring of plumber's putty around the inside of this. When you set the sink flange in the opening, go ahead and press it down. Then place something heavy on top to help hold it in place while you're installing the mounting hardware from underneath the sink. The garbage disposal works nice for this. Just put something in the bottom of the sink to protect it from scratching. Put the gasket between the sink and the backup flange and then slide on the mounting ring and hold it in place while you try to put the snap ring on. It should snap into the indented groove on the bottom of the sink flange. Now tighten the screws so that it pulls that sink flange down and makes a really solid connection. You'll probably have more putty squeeze out from the top. Once you're done tightening everything down, just remove the putty once you're finished. Now you may be tempted to put the leftover putty back in the container, but you don't want to do this. Just dispose of it. Now before you go any further, there is a plug in the dishwasher drain coming off of the disposal. And if you have a dishwasher that you're going to be connecting, make sure that you knock this plug out before you hook everything up. Now if you have a new disposal, it comes with a 90-degree discharge tube that you're going to want to install here. To save a little money, I'm going to be using what I had on before to tie into my existing drain system. Whatever you do, just make sure that you have the discharge tube tightened down.
The electrical connections are easier to make before you put the disposal under the sink, so remove the cover plate that exposes the connections and then fish the wire through the hole next to it. You do need to have a connector to protect the wire as it's entering the bottom of the disposal. Make up the connections, including the ground, and then use a wire nut to connect the other wires together and button everything up. Now we're ready to connect the disposer to the sink flange under the sink. The rim of the disposer should slide onto the mounting ring, but you may need to use this tool to pop it into place.
There it goes.
Once that's done, we're ready to assemble the rest of the drain pieces. Get everything connected in place before you tighten everything down, but then make sure that you tighten everything down once you have it where you want it to be so that you don't end up with leaks. Now we're going to hook up the dishwasher drain line, and if you haven't already, make sure that the plug is knocked out. You'll end up with this just draining into the cabinet if you don't. Run the line where it's out of the way and then slide the end over the opening coming off the garbage disposal and use the clamp to hold it in place. When I got my new dishwasher, it actually came with a clamp for this hose. And once you're done, make sure that it's on tight. Now we're ready to plug in the garbage disposal or turn power back onto the circuit. The last thing we need to do is test the disposal and the drains. I like to put a towel down just in case there's any leaks. Turn the water on, let it run, and then turn the disposal on. Then look under the sink and make sure you don't see or feel any leaks.
Like I mentioned before, you're probably not going to have to mess with the drains like I did. You should be able to tie into your existing drainage system. You know, we make these videos to try and help you do these projects yourself if you're trying to save a little bit of money. But I also realize that some people don't want to try it themselves, or maybe they just don't have the confidence yet to try. But either way, if you need help, a plumber should be able to help you install a new garbage disposal. They do stuff like this all the time. Let me know down in the comments if this is something you would try yourself or if you'd rather leave it to a plumber. We got a few more things left to do to finish the entire kitchen remodel, but for now, we got the sink back up and going. That was our main objective. My wife's gonna be happy. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. It lets us know you like the videos that we're making. And if you do like the videos we're making, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that YouTube lets you know next time we release a new video. Until next time, good luck with your next project. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.